Okay, so you've signed up for a Semrush account, whether that's a free trial, the Semrush free plan, or maybe you're just jumping into a paid plan. But now you're logged in and you're looking at the Semrush dashboard and you're probably like, where do I start? How do I navigate this thing? And you're wondering what to pay attention to first. If that's the case, you've made it to the right video. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Mariah, an SEO consultant and educator for business owners over at mariahmagazine.com. And on this channel, I help simplify things like SEO, websites, tech, and I dive into tools and recommendations to help you grow your online business in a way that works for you. So in today's video, which is sponsored by none other than Semrush themselves, we are going to dive into the background of the Semrush dashboard. I'm going to show you some things to kind of pay attention to. I'm going to point out some tools that you can get started using, and I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite features. So if you are ready to dive into Semrush and get the most out of whatever plan you are using today, let's kick it into the screen share. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is log in to Semrush. Okay, so if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you have some kind of plan already with them. If you don't, I have a link in the video description box below on how to sign up for a free Semrush plan, or you can also use my affiliate link, mariahmagazine.com/Semrush, to get a free 14-day pro trial. But once you log into it, your screen is going to look something like this, give or take. This is kind of what it looks like at the time of this recording, but by the time that you're watching it, it might look a little bit different. But essentially, the first thing that we want to do is we want to enter our own website URL. So you can go ahead and paste your website URL in there and then just click Start Now. So what this is going to do is essentially create a project for you in Semrush. And a project is kind of like the center point to use a bunch of different tools. So you can see just by us adding our URL in there, it's already starting to do quite a few different things. And for this example that I'm walking through, I am using the free Semrush plan. So there's different limitations depending on what plan you are using and what plan you signed up for. So I will put the link to this blog post in the video description box below too, so you can see an updated version of what you can do with a free Semrush account. But at the time of this recording, you can have one project for your free account, which is great because we can do position tracking, we can do keyword research. All of the things are really good starting points. But before we get into the tools and the data and all of that, I do want to show you where some important stuff lives. So right up here in the top right-hand corner, we have access to your profile. You can click on that, and that is where you'll be able to add your name, your phone number, all of that. You can change your email, your password, dive into security things. You can also see subscription information. So if you wanted to upgrade, you can go ahead and upgrade from this screen. You can change your billing info. You can look at past payments, all of that. If you do have a paid plan, you are able to add users. And so you can go ahead and add users to your account by using this screen right here. If you have a free account, you're not able to add users. But let's say that we want to head back to the main Semrush screen. We can just click the Semrush logo in the top left-hand corner, and it should take us to the home screen. This home screen is basically going to be like your home base, especially if you end up adding your own domain name. Maybe you're doing SEO for clients, and so you add a new SEO project, and so you can create a folder and you can add a website and the name of the business. And so that's how you can create different SEO projects. They'll all be listed in this home screen so that you can see the data for each domain name at a glance. But if you're using the free plan, or if you're only using Semrush for your own site, you're only going to see the domain name that you add here. But if you only have a couple minutes, you want a really quick overview of your data, you can click the Copilot AI personal recommendations, and it'll give you a snapshot of your SEO data, things to pay attention to. And this is just really good if you don't have a lot of time and you want just a really quick snapshot, like I said. And so we'll close that. But then over here in the left-hand menu, you can click your SEO dashboard, and And this is going to be like the SEO specific snapshot of the domain name. And so if you have different projects, you'll be able to click this drop down menu right here. But you can see AI search, you can see like traditional SEO metrics, position tracking if you have that set up, your top keywords, and then you'll be able to set up a site audit, play with the on-page SEO checker, backlink audit, yada, yada, yada. All of these extra tools kind of connected back to your one URL. So this is really great when you're wanting to keep your projects and the data kind of separated. But Semrush is really click friendly. And so when you see these numbers, you can click into them and it will take you to that specific tool in order to dive deeper into the data. So if you're wondering which tool you're using, you can always see it highlighted on the left-hand side. So right here, we are in the SEO toolkit using the domain overview tool. And then we can scroll, or we can click even deeper into data. So organic traffic, let's just say I want to see the keywords that are creating this traffic for this website. I'll click on that number and it's going to take us to a different tool, which is under the SEO toolkit, the organic research tool. And now we're able to see even more data. So we can scroll and see the keyword, we can see the intent, the position, the URL from that website, how much traffic it's getting, and all of that. And then you can click around and kind of go into your own rabbit hole to get an overview of the data that you are looking at. But I will say, if you're using the free plan, you will be capped at the top 10 keywords, but usually that's pretty helpful all on its own. If you wanted to see more data in this table here, you can always manage columns. So you can click on that. And then if you wanted to see the SERP features, so search engine results page, you can click on that and that data will be added to the table. Same thing with like CPC, like if you're running Google ads and you want that data in this table as well, you can go ahead and click on that. Or if it's overwhelming and you're like CPC, SERP features, girl, you're talking gibberish, then turn them off. Don't look at them. We don't have to overwhelm ourselves. So we can kind of customize the data that we're looking at based on what kind of data we actually want to look at. And then if you're using a free trial or a free plan, you can get really granular with seeing data based on SERP features, based on advanced filters. You can organize data based on position. So if you only want to see the keywords that this website is showing in position 20 to 45, then you can go ahead and set that here. You can search for it based on volume, keyword difficulty, intent, and kind of like filter your data so that you're not spending time over analyzing data that doesn't matter. I'm interrupting this video really quick because I created something super fun and I want to share it with you. It's a free SEO assessment and scorecard so that you can find out how searchable your business is in Google and in AI tools. This free download will help you spot the gaps, make improvements, and start attracting the people already searching for what you offer. Go ahead and snag your free copy over at my website, mariahmagazine.com/scorecard, or I will leave the link to that in the video description box below. So the other thing that's really helpful with Semrush, even on the free plan, at the time of this recording, you are able to run an SEO audit for your website. And so what you can do is you can set this up and then start an SEO audit. And on the free plan, I'm pretty sure that it will crawl up to 100 pages. If you are using a free trial or a pro plan or a paid plan, then you're going to have more pages that you can crawl. But this is really good to kind of see like the technical back end of any SEO errors that are happening on your website. Just know this is going to open up a can of worms. Okay. And so it might get a little overwhelming. Just know that I have never ran an SEO audit and not seen any technical issues, notices, or errors, but Semrush does a good job at kind of organizing them by errors, warnings, and notices so you know what you should pay the most attention to, which is the errors, okay? So I'm not gonna go too deep into that because that video will be a half hour long, but I just wanted to point it out because it is very helpful to be able to see, like I said, like the SEO technical stuff of your website. The next thing that I wanna show you is just like some other tools that are kind of roped in with your domain name that you've already set up. So we're gonna head back to home. And so what you can see here, and you can click more into this, is AI visibility. So when you click on this, it's going to take you over to the AI toolkit and dive into like a visibility overview, and then backlinks. So if you're curious about your backlink profile, or like what other domain names or websites on the internet are linking back to your website, you can dive into your own website's backlink audit and like backlink analytics. So everything that we've went through so far is kind of an overview of your own website. But another really incredible way to use Semrush is by using their other tools to do competitor analysis. So I'm actually going to jump into my paid plan so that I'm not restricted with clicks. So my favorite tool to start with when you're doing competitor analysis is the SEO domain overview tool. So you used it for your website, but you can also pop in competitors' URLs in here and be able to see their data as well. So just for this example, let's just run semrush.com and then click search. And then it will go ahead and populate all of their data so you can see how much traffic they're getting. You can click through and see the keywords. And so like I said, if you're using the free plan, you're limited to the top 10. But if you're using a paid plan, which I switched over to so you can see more data here, but you can see that like the data is never ending. And so you can really be able to see like the overview of your competitors' domain name, what keywords they're ranking for, how much traffic they're getting. Are they getting pulled into AI search? Are they running paid ads? Do they have branded traffic? Like they have brand awareness. So like Semrush has brand awareness. People are going to Google and they're typing in Semrush because they already know about them. So that would be an example of branded traffic for Semrush themselves. So you can do this for numerous competitors, but if you're using the free plan, just be aware that you do have limitations on how many searches you can do a day. But that's a really good place to start. But I will say, hands down, my favorite SEO tool from Semrush is their keyword magic tool. So you can play around with the keyword overview tool, really helpful, but the keyword magic tool is where all of the magic is made. Okay, so you basically just put in a keyword up here. So we'll start with one of their examples. So we'll just click on movies. And then the keyword magic tool pulls in like all of these related keywords, exact match keywords, questions. So like if you wanted to see questions related to the keyword that you typed in, it will pull in specific questions. And so you can click on all of these more specific keywords. So like, let's say you wanted to see keywords that also had download in it. So click on that and then it will reformulate the searches. And now all of these are questions that have our keyword that also have the additional keyword here to really drill down in our research. And so if you're using a paid plan, you only can see like the top 10 keywords. So you might not be able to get as granular here. But if you have a free trial or a paid plan, you can click on the filters, just like I explained before. You can go ahead and manage the columns if you want to see different data. And this tool all on its own, like I spend a lot of time here. And if you want to add them to a list so that you don't lose them, you can click this button right here. It'll add it to a list. You can refresh the data if you'd like and kind of have fun just going and diving more into the research. So I do have a different video that dives into doing SEO keyword research with Semrush. So I'll put the link to that video in the description box below. But I will say that that's kind of where, if you're just getting started with Semrush, really playing around with the keyword magic tool, looking at domain overview and organic research, that's where you can really spend a lot of time and get a ton of data to be able to build out your own personal SEO strategy. And then once you have it down with those tools, then you can start kind of exploring other ones. And so there's an on-page SEO checker. So you can basically pop your domain name in here, and then you'll be able to get ideas of like maybe where you should focus with SEO. And then we have the position tracking tool. So if you already have keywords that you know that you want to track and you want to make sure that like you're following the data on like if you're moving away from page 1, or maybe you are trying to get to page 1 from page 3 and you want to be able to track what position you're in and if you're going up, if you're going down, all of that, you can pop in up to 10 keywords I think you can do tracking for on the free plan. plan. And then with the free trial and the paid plan, you have way more wiggle room with that. So you can set up tracking. But then on the left-hand side, we've only really talked about the SEO toolkit, and that's just one toolkit within Semrush. And so you have the AI toolkit. You can mess around with these. There are different apps that are kind of built into Semrush. So although you see the option on the left-hand side, that doesn't mean that you get access to that tool. For example, like the local SEO dashboard, if you have a Google business profile, you can pop your business name right in here and get like a free Google business profile audit. But in terms of managing your listings and doing all of that, it would require an additional monthly charge and upgrading to an app. So just know that Semrush can be as simple or as complex as you'd like it to be. And if you're using the free plan and you really just want a more granular overview of what's included and what you can do, like I said, I left a link to this blog post that dives into everything that you'll get access to without having to upgrade. I have the link to that in the video description box below. But other than that, play around, click around, have fun with it. There are different tools in each toolkit that Semrush kind of allows you to either have like a free trial or allows you to test out either once or a couple times without having to upgrade. And if you do have a paid plan, there are still some limitations, but you can kind of mix and match based on what you're going to need the most for either your website or clients' websites or anything else that you're working on. And if you want to dive deeper into like nitty-gritty topics within Semrush, they actually have an incredible academy. And so we can click more here and then go to learn with Semrush courses. All of these courses are free. And so you're able to dive into little pockets of SEO and learn how to use Semrush and all of that to really get the most out of it. So if you want to dive into more specific things, definitely check out their free course catalog. But other than that, hopefully you feel a little bit more confident navigating the Semrush dashboard. And I hope that it's not as overwhelming. And I just want to encourage you to play around, click around. The more comfortable that you get with looking at SEO data, the more SEO momentum you'll be able to build. So that's it for today's video. If you guys found this video helpful, give me a really quick thumbs up. The simple thumbs up does go a long way in letting the YouTube algorithm know that my video was helpful and therefore hopefully pushing it out to more people that also might find it helpful. And if you have any questions about the Semrush dashboard or using the tool in general, definitely leave me a comment below this video. I use your comments, your feedback, and your suggestions to inspire new videos on this channel. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and I will see you in the next video.